Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Space 2 and our attempt to get really super rich, like the super richest anyone has ever been. The super richest it is possible to be, because if you get this rich the game ends, it won't let you get any richer. I just did a little bit of napkin math. Based on our income, at this rate it's currently going to take us 300-ish turns to win the game. It probably goes without saying that we will not be allowed to go to turn 391. I'm pretty sure that's past the end of game barrier, but also somebody else will win the game by then. So we still have some work to do. We do need to keep plowing money into our trade fleets. Obviously, they're starting to produce some really good returns. We probably do need to actually get our modernization flowing. So how do we want to do this? We probably want to focus on things that produce dust, but not flat dust. We want population and percentage-based increases. So dust water would be really cool. We have not ever seen any. I mean, we must have seen some, because otherwise this would be a question mark. But I don't think we know where to get any. We just know that it exists. Is it on the market? Is that how we saw it? It is not. Well, anyway, we know that it's a thing. Our other option is proto-orchid, which is, you know, plus population-based dust is pretty good for us. We have a lot of population. And there is quite a bit of proto-orchid available on the market. And because proto-orchid is a second-tier resource, we won't need quite as much of it to put it into the thing here. We still maybe want to take Jade Onyx as our other half of this. Like, this isn't a bad system improvement. We do have to buy all of the resources for it. And we don't know exactly how much proto-orchid there's going to end up being. Like, somebody is constantly offloading Jade Onyx. We know we will never run out of Jade Onyx. Proto-orchid, on the other hand, there's only 100. That could be a one-time dump. You know, we have no idea. Well, we don't have the money to buy enough them to make a booster right now anyway, so let's just move on. Alright, so this is producing us dust. This is producing us dust by keeping our approval high. This obviously is producing us quite a bit. I guess we're just waiting. And we have a lot of places where we can build a lot of useful things. We're still constructing more trade companies. We still need to make, like, pulvis production, a lot of the basic dust structures on a lot of our systems. We're still working on the industry to make sure that when we do these things, they get done quickly. And our researchers are all riled up. Minus 20 dust on systems in Empire for a big science boost actually sounds pretty okay to me. I know, the whole thing we're trying to do here is accumulate a lot of dust, but in the grand scheme of things, 15 turns of minus 20 dust on 10 different systems really isn't that much. Like, compared to the 1.5 million dust we have to accumulate. But, yeah, taking a couple of turns off of Wealth of the Endless, that is definitely something worth paying a price for. Alright, let's also make a trade company subsidiary here in the capital. We're growing rapidly, and mostly growing Pulsos, which is great. We have a couple of reasonable population sterile worlds. Do this. Yeah, okay. We need to secure a better source of adamantium. Or we need to trade adamantium off of players reliably. I mean, this is where we're going to get it, right? This is not going to happen probably. So why don't we push influence on these guys hard? We don't know exactly how high Slayer is, so let's, like, really lay it on. If we can get above Slayer's level of influence with them, or approval with them, we can purchase them straight up for influence. What is this? There's a system here that is unowned that has an adamantium deposit in it, and it's really close to the web network, actually. Okay, once we finish webbing up Ingress, we'll try to grab Quatus. I'm sure that the Vodyani will not be happy with us doing that, but we'll force peace on them. You know, against their will, the way we always do. Alright, so we're about to finish 2 more subsidiaries. Let's see what effect this has on our dust per turn. I'm actually pretty curious. Okay, big jump there. Turns out, trade companies. Valuable, who would have thought? We actually have... almost all of our systems have either a headquarters or a subsidiary. We gotta keep acquiring new territory. Alright, the Zvali do love us. Wait, somebody else has a feeling about us. It's less. It's less love. Hey, you know what? We have a ton of influence now. We can just force peace on everybody. So that's what we're gonna do.
Say what we are thinking.
Hey, hi. Hi, what's up?
We are too polite to say what we are thinking. So we will stop at hello.
They're happy to see us in the light. We are the light.
With the church? Okay.
I thought you said okay. Come on. Look, we're all friends here.
We are coming.
Oh, that's right. They're cravers. They can't be at peace with us. I think it's the cravers thing is while they're. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Bounce our fleets out of your territory. Yeah, I believe that their deal is while they have their original government type, they can't be any higher than Cold War with any other player. Alright, let's give these amoebas a little bit of love. I don't necessarily... like, we're not going to try to convert them, or assimilate them, rather, but they could be paying us. They're currently not paying us. It seems like an error in judgment on their part.
Your declaration sits somewhere between abusive and demonic.
See, her voice lines and her text lines are not exactly matching up in tone here.
In the opinion of the church, your actions are those of faithless unbelievers.
Well, it's true. I am not into your church stuff at all. You got me on that. Alright, Bundus is entwined. Look at this beautiful, like, multiply redundant vine network. I'm so happy. We're finally doing it, guys. We should probably pick up the 50 science here. It'll only take a few turns. Alright, building lots and lots of dust. So we're close to the population cap here. Eco-habitats. Eco-habitats will give us another 2 points of population space in this system. And then after we have that, it is time to really start focusing on dust here. I can't believe that Borer's Guild building doesn't require strategics. It's so good. Alright, Andromeda's starting to get close to its population cap. We should probably pick up the other 2 planets. Alright, we got Horatio being born here. Three of the worlds here are sterile, so this'll be good. How are we doing on our population collections? Also, sir, at 18. Alright, let's boost them. Let's boost Harishams. We would have to buy... we know about dust water because the nationalists are asking for it. Sorry, it's dust and it's water? What are you saying? Wait, slow down. Explain this to me again. So we're about to hit that, which I've probably commented about 50 times, I don't think is of almost any value. I'm excited about this, though. We're going to want to redistribute our Pulsos population a little bit once we hit that that collection bonus, probably. Because I don't think getting them to 50 is reasonable. If we had really focused in on 1 or 2 minor populations, pushing for 50 might be a thing that we could do, but given how we've fanned out among everybody we could find, I think 50 units of population of anything other than our base species is unlikely. Well, there are pirates around. I suppose this actually could be a problem. We just buy it off.
We Oregons are always ready to celebrate friendship.
Yeah, man, we're
Horatio
friends.
remains appreciative of your attitude and is always ready to lend advice.
The families will do what is best for the families.
Seedful. What? Hold on, what do they think they're doing? Sometimes you get messages like that and you can't even really tell what their deceit is, or maybe they tell you that they're planning to be deceitful and then never follow through. I'm never quite sure. Okay, but listen, we're allied and she needs us, so I'm not too worried. Artemis is full on population and otherwise like remarkably bad at actually doing stuff. So where do we have some spots? We need to move some bodies. We could bump some people over to here. None of our systems are like super empty, right? Andromeda will have some rooms shortly. Chang is pretty full. Yeah, I'd love to move a couple of units of population, of unfallen population out. I guess we can... Oh, we don't have a spaceport. Well, that's what you should do, is you should build a spaceport. Okay, our dying embers have escaped from those weird space jelly Minox, whatever those things are. Alright, what's going on over here? It's just taking you, like, forever to colonize this planet. Oh, that's right, I'm terraforming. Yeah, that's fine. That'll take a while, it's not a big deal. Look at how good these trade companies are getting. They're producing actually like a lot of science as well. Our research facilities are out of date, not particularly powerful, but our trade companies are kind of making up for it. Okay, Ingress is entwined. I'm waiting for whatever it is the Lumeris were threatening to do. They're not going to attack us. I have no idea. I have no idea what they're up to. The Riftborn and the Vidyani have buddied up. That does complicate my plan to steal stuff from the Riftborn. Also, we found some Hyperium in those ruins. Cool, I guess. Alright, let's bump like 2 units of Riftborn over to Andromeda. By the time they get there, all those planets will be colonized. And I'm going to want to probably push this with dust, so we maybe want to take it easy on the spending for a little bit. Wow, we are remarkably low on manpower, given the number of ships we have in the air here. Well, still, we should win. Are we able to take another upgrade here? Actually, we are not. Also, plus 50% damage against air troops wouldn't even help. All right, let's just drop the dudes here. Oh, because it's showing the manpower that we contributed to the current battle, not our total manpower. Yeah, let's blitz them. We got this extra manpower. Let's use it. Right, I want to do as little invading as possible. Ah, they took Quadus. Well, I guess that's a good reason to solidify your friendship with an alliance. Shoot. Alright, well, we should pull this Vine fleet down, and we should probably grab Korana. Vine up Korana. So that we have a little bit of redundancy in the Vine network here. As it is, the loss of Menace would be very, very dangerous for us. Okay, so let's take it easy on the spending for a minute here, so that we can help push some of our projects finished. You really don't have cerebral reality yet? I guess the production here is poor enough that cerebral reality is more than a single turn. That's probably why. Alright, so we hit 20 Pulsos. We hit 50 Unfallen. So, like, Rassam is a Pulsos system. It actually was overtaken a little bit by the Unfallen. I'm just trying to figure out, like, how are we going to redistribute all of our population? Because we have spaceports almost everywhere now, but it's a complicated mess. So we want to try to get at least one Pulsos into each system. So let's send one Pulsos to Andromeda. Probably could have been one from a world that's actually full. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Our approval is not at risk. We are doing just fine. Do you have room? Okay, you already have Pulsos. Cheng definitely already has Pulsos. We just want to make sure that there's at least one in each system. Man, I need more planets. I just need more places to dump people. I don't want to get rid of my population. I just want to spread them out over more systems. We need Aova. To the point that I'm wondering if I even want this. Like, maybe I'd be better off just hightailing it. Yeah, you know what? It's 50 science. We're producing like 7,000 a turn. I'm not even going to feel the difference. Let's try to get some systems. So I'm going to worry a little bit more about distributing Pulsos evenly over everything once I have a little bit more space to use to sort of buffer. We have no Pulsos on this system. Rhapsodev will have room for people in a couple of turns. So let's send a unit of Pulsos from here as well. Sorry. We can only send out to one system per turn, right? Let's send a unit of Pulsos from Cheng. No, not 3. To Rotanev, right? Yeah, we have room for that. Alright, plus industry for all of our systems. Just seems like a good idea. And we're making good progress on Wealth of the Endless. We're going to get that pretty quickly. Alright, the dust output and trade value of Cheng is rising rapidly. We're going to keep blitzing. Alright, we got him next turn. And then we will just park our fleet there and leave it there forever. Okay, what is your deal? He's on Rassam? You know, given that Rassam has Red Sang and Quadronix, I think we could stand to have some more resource deposits pulled. Is he a political leader? He's not. He's in the pacifist party. That party is well represented. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever sneaky thing they were talking about, I don't feel like they actually did it. Alright, we're continuing to push up in influence. We just gotta... We gotta get past Slayer, and then we can steal these guys from him. You know what our society really needs is more approval. Big problem. Alright, vine them up. They'll love it. So yeah, if we vine Korana and then Serta, we'll probably have... We'll get a little bit of redundancy here, so we don't lose everything if pirates do successfully take Menace from us for 10 seconds. You... shoot some probes out here. Okay. Population slots, and then, yeah, a lot of our systems are going to be heading into just dust output. So we might want to do some terraforming on these hot worlds once we finish building the basic population stuff. We have to be careful, though. We don't want to terraform them out of being sterile. Okay, we did it. Stay in defense mode. A lot of Lumeris ships flying around. Making me a little nervous. Ooh, wow, 25 adamantium is so extremely welcome. Hey, turns out our people love our blend of idealism and discipline. Yeah, that's a fair description of me. I'm very idealistic and disciplined. Yeah, we should definitely do these. So this is going to be... Actually, this is going to be a pretty minor benefit. We only have one planet that is hot or sterile. Let's go predictive logistics. Also, let's go for some basic specialization. Alright, and can we push this through its end yet? Yes, we can. Alright, so if we... what is going on here? Okay. We pop over to the system view. Alright, our system trade values are starting to get pretty high. So remember, the system trade values will contribute dust to every trade route that runs through that system. So effectively, a system with high trade value that's in the middle of our empire that has a lot of routes running through it, we're getting that trade value 5 or 6 or 7 times, you know. And then in addition, everybody that we have trade value or trade routes with, or trade agreements with, we're also running trade routes through our systems to them, so it's not even just each of our trade companies, but also everything we're getting from other players. Basically, trade value is super high value, super important. Do we have... No, we already have a trade agreement with you guys. We might be able to get a trade agreement here.
From you is pleasing. Like
they kind of like us.
Unexpectedly seeing our reflection.
I mean, I guess just run as many agreements as possible with everybody, right? You want to trade me a tech in exchange for all of this beautiful value I'm providing you? Actually, we can make this happen. Let's see. I'm seeing no little green pluses, no indication that any of our stuff is particularly valuable to them. What about a small amount of quadronix? Quadronix is pretty valuable. Valuable and hard to get a hold of. This is a good deal. Autonomous materials is a pretty okay tech. Wormholes are like space lanes that are hidden at the beginning of the game and then they let you fast travel. And also simple anomaly reduction is useful.
Horatio are as happy to accept this proposal as we are to accept adulation.
We look forward to becoming mutually indolent. Alright, our cooperative protocol is ramping up quickly. We really are in like the best possible position for an alliance of an alliance aimed at dust production. Like, being on the dust constellation with the Lumeris as our best friends is fantastic. So here you can see the wormholes. There are there's some places in the galaxy where we have not been traveling at maximum speed. Once we build up another little stock of influence, we'll try to make similar trade deals with the other alliances. Okay, so we ended up over here. I don't really know what to do with these guys. I guess now that we're at peace with the Vodyani, maybe they'll let us run around in their empire and explore their anomalies. Really, it's probably beneficial to them, so I don't see why they should be unwilling to accept it. But you know how AI is sometimes. They get ornery about weird stuff. For reasons that makes perfect sense if you can just look under the hood. Unfortunately, are often impossible to see if you can't. Our alliance is not close to achieving victory. But we hit the first milestone. So let's see here. Hold on. Let's get some... What? Yes, fine. Go away. I do not have time to listen to your entire message. It's very boring. Well, we should probably get some star system trade value stuff. Again, we're contributing to every route that runs through this system, so... I guess there's no reason for this this place to be keyed to anything other than finance.
Our purpose is to kill.
Alright. You know, they're mad at us for not paying them. They're mad at us for paying them. They're going to be mad at us when we take over these guys. Oh, apparently I don't have to pass their influence. I could have sworn. Oh well, I'll assimilate this. We can do that. Okay, beautiful. So now we have some real adamantium income. Let's level these guys up. So now we suddenly have Zvali in our empire. Okay, these are reasonable specializations. Let's grab this planet. What is the story with these Zvali? They are scientific, anti-religious, and inquisitorial. Okay, well, they'll fit into our government just fine. And every Zvali is just giving +2 approval. That's handy. Oh wow, that is a big bonus. These guys are great. The odds that we're going to be able to get them to 20 population before the end of the game I think are probably pretty low. But these guys are fantastic. So what are we looking at here as far as slots? Once Olvaldi 2 is colonized, we actually will have a lot of room to move populations around through it. I think I'll just have these guys wait here. I'm a little worried because this puts us into more direct conflict with the Cravers, but I kind of like that Red took this system. It gives us a little bit of a buffer. Oh, interesting. Where does that go? Huh. I'm sure I have a scout ship somewhere that could go and investigate that. Okay, your deal... I mean, we really still need to get a couple of planet types available to us. Well, nothing's more important than finishing Wealth of the Endless, but after that, we're going to make some moves. So this would be 10 industry. And that's actually fine. Like, we need industry very badly on this system. Where is... Yeah, here. We had a scout ship just hanging out here. Go find out what's over there. We're beaten to 40 technologies. I didn't even know that that was a legendary deed. I guess I haven't actually looked at the legendary deeds. Are there any still available? There's this one, the Trade Clearing Bureau, which we can build. We just have to actually get enough adamantium to go for it. This isn't claimed yet either. Be the first to pass a law from each of the 6 political parties over the course of the game, and it awards a free hero. Ooh, an amoeba. We're in the lead on this. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get it, but okay, and I can't even see what these are because I just don't have the tech.
May you bask in the light of the virtuals.
Well, if it isn't our favorite empire, up to their usual japes.
They want to merge our alliances. I do not think that that's a good idea. My suspicion is that they are tremendously, like, producing really, really, really a lot less dust than we are. Bringing them in will only slow us down. Let's have a look at the thresholds. Okay, our alliance has now produced about 250,000 dust. Between the two of us, we've made 100,000 dust this episode. And the numbers are still climbing. We just gotta keep pushing. Alright, now should probably build careful sweeping. Man, that's a lot of... it's a lot of adamantium. Let's do these. And after these are done, I think probably we'll be swapping the system over to dust planetary specializations. Are we still cool on approval? Yeah, we're cooler than ever. We went up another system, but we also negotiated a bunch of extra pieces, so... Right, a random pirate ship has shown up to fight us here. We do not need to watch this. I know I like to watch a battle every now and then, but this is going to be a slaughter. We should avert our eyes. Yeah, random pirates, not really that dangerous. Now, that could have been a privateer or something, you know, like that could be... Somebody could be behind this. This might not be random pirates. But if they want to probe and test our strength, let them. What is going on? Hold on. What is happening over here? Well, the Horatio are sending an awfully large fleet. They like us, though. They seem to like us. How many more? Looks like probably just one more? Alright, the system is out of pirates now. That was weird. That's not even the system that the pirate mark was on. I guess those were pirate ships streaming in from somewhere toward Menace? I don't know. Okay, in 20 turns, clear the galaxy of the 9 Vodyani rebel fleets. Oh! Current contribution 4. Those were all quest fleets from the Preserve the Academy quest, which means we probably are going to win this quest. In fact, almost certainly. At the very least, we'll place second, right? Because we have 4 of 9. So even if somebody else, even if one player kills all of the other fleets, we still get 100 antimatter.
Our friendship is something pure, isn't it?
The families will do what is best for the families.
So, I mean, is she, like, planning to take... The Lumières keep calling me up and basically telling me that they're bad friends, but then not actually doing anything? Is it because they took Ingress? Is that what one of the messages was about, maybe? I mean, I don't know. Frankly, I'm baffled. Not a bit of it makes any sense at all. Our scout ship is almost down here. Look, lady, I'm just here to make some dust, alright? I'm not interested in whatever weird gangster power trip you are on. Alright, so it looks like we're going to be ecologist, pacifist. Actually, no, ecologists are not going to win if we don't throw our support behind them. And also, maybe not even then. Who knows? Okay, we're seeing some good ecologist votes in some of the systems. Yeah, they're gonna be fine. A lot more religious votes than I'm used to. You know, our demographics are shifting. We got weird populations now. This is a fine government, though. We can work with this. No new laws. Nobody became entrenched enough to develop a new law. Yeah, we have such a weird mix of minor populations. We'll deal with it. I'm sure the Lumeris will be eager to clear that out as well. Don't you dare with your colony ship. Get out of here.
Our purpose is to kill.
Okay.
Soon your work.
Alright. Yep, they took... I'm very annoyed. See, this is the downside of the friendship-based strategy, is that I don't want to break my friendships because we're getting so many resources out of them. But I cannot, while being friends, prevent the enemy players from doing certain things. Enemy players. Prevent other players from doing certain things. Okay. So we could engage in some aggression engineering to mess with the aggressive wildlife here, the hostile fauna. So that'll remove the minus science and minus influence or minus approval parts of this thing while keeping the plus food. Honestly, it's not a high priority. Let's do some other stuff. Okay. Ah, yes. The anti-hero with 1,000 faces. We've seen this quite a few times before. Quest to reward is always the same. I don't know that I care about this. I feel like I often say that, and then I do end up caring. Sort of. Like, you know, not a lot, but... Whoosh. Oh, that's how they got over here. They must have developed the wormhole tech early. Okay. That's very interesting. Well, we can't move anymore, so we may as well just send out our probes. Apparently I'm allowed to vine this system up. I guess you can vine through wormholes? I suppose if you couldn't, sometimes there would be worlds on the other side of wormholes that weren't vineable in any way. This is bad. Well, we can work on the Pacific conversion tech after we finish the couple of money-based techs that we have queued up here. Our system trade values are getting better. Yep, that seems like a pretty good one. We can actually afford to build these cartel structures now that we have a real source of adamantium income. Yeah, unfortunately, the command that you use to queue things at the beginning of the queue still doesn't seem to work on planetary specializations for some reason. So we now have some income of Giga Lattice. We have money now, so we can actually start doing this modernization thing. I kind of like the idea of going proto-orchids something. Let's check the marketplace. How are the proto-orchids? No more have come in. But maybe they will if we buy some and thus force up demand. I would hate to use some proto-orchid in a booster and then have no more ever appear on the market, you know? Let's buy 80. No, we cannot quite do that. Let's buy 40. Let's buy enough for one booster. And see whether more show up before we commit that to one of our boosters. Now we're getting a new hero. So basically we're just looking for whoever's going to be able to do the best work with dust. Huh, she's a scavenger. I thought for sure looking at her that she was a vaulter. Not seeing a lot of dust skills on her, unfortunately. This guy's a Hiroshim. Also scavengers. So the minor factions are divided up into... I can't remember if it's 4 or 5 sort of like families. Scavengers are unfortunately just not what we want. The bean counter thing would be pretty useful. You're only coming at us at level 5 though. I don't know that we get to it. What's our other option? A technologist seeker. So we know that seeker's not particularly well suited to what we're doing here. What about the technologist branch? No, not really. I think an overseer is better than any of our other options, but I'm not super happy about it. Okay, Svez. You know what I did not do? I did not look at what your starting skills are. System improvement cost reduced. Okay, that's fine. I think we need food a lot less than we used to. So he doesn't particularly care where he goes, although it would be best if he went somewhere populated. What's a system that has a good population but doesn't have a governor yet? Actually, maybe we boost Artemis? He brings 12 industry to Artemis. Like, that's kind of sad, but I think that is right. We could really use every little bit over here. Oh. The Curiosity got searched while we were on our way over here. It looks like there aren't any more. Well, shoot. I'm going to shoot some probes out over here, I guess, from Ulvaldi. Alright. We're almost done with our Endless Tech. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Am I going to be able to vine this, or is it too far out? I think I might have to vine this one up first. I don't think they'll mind us doing this. Here we go. Here's a battle we can watch. We get to see our fire ship in action for the first time. This is also going to be a slaughter, obviously. But we haven't actually gotten to see the fire ship. We built it quite a long time ago, and then we've never used it for anything. I'm sure there's some fascinating military stuff going on somewhere out there in the galaxy. And these pirate ships do look pretty cool, though. Let's check out our neat little, like, viney warp gates. Oh, what is that? It's just some kind of like pirate mining. Is this the pirate base, I guess? Huh. Anyway, the ships. Oh no, we missed the whole battle. Trust me, nothing interesting happened. I just want to look at my fire ship. Ooh. It's neat looking. I legitimately have no idea what that thing floating in space was, though. I guess maybe I shouldn't clear this planet out. Ooh, they have reinforcements too. Maybe I shouldn't clear this out yet. Maybe I should have waited until I was done vining up the other stuff. You know what? Why don't you just auto-explore? Oh, let's get some vines going here. We might be able to get Kuma. Maybe. We have a couple of fleets nearby. Once we vine this up, maybe we'll go after that. Okay, Rassam needs to keep increasing trade value. Yeah, we're fine here. Alright, we're making progress in a lot of places, but it's a little slower than I would like. Oh, I have enough money to potentially buy a bunch of proto-orchids. So, let's see. There has been no response to our purchase of proto-orchids, so my suspicion is that we're not going to see any more of it. We demonstrated demand, and there was no response. That's fine. It's good to know. Sorry, where? Oh, there's pirate ships here. Okay, well, we should be able to retreat from this safely, I think. Alright, apparently we're going to have to do something about all these pirates. Yeah, it's only going to be 2 more turns before this is vined, and then we can vine Galter, maybe we can grab that. Population boosters are coming to an end. Alright, trade values are rising rapidly. So, what do we want to do with our next system level, then? Red Sang's a lot less important than I thought it was going to be. We kind of just don't have good resources. It's a little bit of the problem. And all the stuff that we really want isn't on the market. We could get deciduous trees. 60 dust is fine. I was hoping to be able to push for something a little bit bigger. But, yeah, we could do this. So we could go, like, trees and Jadonics. We have to buy all that stuff, but it's plentiful. It's available. Alright, so let's buy some. Buy, like... Alright, so it's going to be a little expensive. Each system boost is going to be very expensive. But we can at least make them happen, and they will at least be valuable. We need 35 Jadonics to make our first level 3 system boost. I kind of want to do it here. Like, we could really use the industry here. Okay, and with enough left over to buy 1 bullion freighter. Okay, we can finish these guys off pretty easily. Still gotta wait a little bit for that to be finished. What do we get? Alright, 25 more adamantium.
Horatio feel content anytime we think of you and your obvious appreciation of us.
He's getting a little weird. You know, it's a business relationship.
Your worlds will be...
Okay. Them increasing pressure on us has, like, absolutely no effect. I don't know why he keeps doing that. You know, it's hard to understand why the Cravers do anything they do. The trade value of this system is less important. We still never built Tenarch University. We should definitely queue that up. That's just a whole bunch of resources for free. Sorry, not for free, but you know what I mean. Alright, mostly what I'm looking for here is the end of this tech. We've been researching this tech forever, it feels like. And it's a good one. It's not like we're wasting our time, but I really want my my tech, my research stuff to be freed up. Alright, so Aova is gained. Let's grab Galter. Yep, it's already being colonized. We may have hit our system cap because of people aggressively settling inside of our empire in a way that I just didn't want to do the violence to prevent. It's alright. I don't know that we actually need any more systems. So I guess there's not a lot of value in vining that. I'm going to vine this. Alright, let's hold these guys out and merge them into the shuttle fleet. Alright, now we have a full fleet with like a... Oh, hey. Well, would you look at that? They cleared the pirates for us. Kuma is actually within vine range. Probably I will not be able to get it. My guess is somebody will interfere. I'll look at the wormhole route. I was wondering how they were going to get there in one turn, but I guess that'll do. So 5 turns to vine this up. If nobody else puts down a colony, we're definitely taking it. Yeah, we could use a population slot, I suppose. Then it'll be time for dust stuff. So we are at 13k income now. Still not enough. Presumably, though... Okay. Presumably, though, the Lumeris are also ramping up in this time. Colony ship is driving me crazy, man. Hey, Bouchier was green a minute ago, and now it's this other color. Aquamarine? Turquoise? I don't know. Are the Vaulters... Hold on. Yep, the Vaulters are at war with the Riftborn. Okay, well there's a war going on around us. I'm only sort of paying attention. Alright. So an outpost was created here, but I think if we finish entwining before it becomes a colony, I think we can still take this.
The families will do what is best.
Alright, you're always making noises at me about the families and the deceit, and I never know what you're talking about. I assume this is like a tree and fish problem. You know, the common English phrase, a tree and fish problem. I'm a tree, you're a fish, and there's a certain amount of like alienness in our thought processes. I'll never totally understand each other. Oh, look at this. Look at this spite dilution singularity, or dilation singularity here. I was going to say dilution. That seems an odd term. Alright, things are coming along. So we've got our big research now. Pretty good jump in money.
The families will do what is best.
Yeah. I think she's rigged up some kind of auto call system. She's just got her computer ringing us up a couple of times a day to yell at us about the families. Very rude. Okay, button. Yeah, we need to finish researching the tech that'll let us settle the rest of the planets that are already within our systems. We need pulvis production at the very least here.
The families will do what is best.
I am so tired of hearing about the families. Listen, I know they're our ally. I know we love them. But can we please block them? Alright, so we have enough money that we could purchase another system booster. Or we could just plow all this money into... You know, I really do want to boost Botan, though. Botan could really use the extra Jadonics, the extra industry from the Jadonics. So let's see how feasible that is. At these market rates, I think we're going to be just barely short. Oops, yeah, that's not going to work. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, that's right. I was thinking like I had 30-something K rather than 50-something K. Let's do that. We can definitely use the effects of this. Put both of these on atemporal finance as well. Finish the terraforming after that. Okay. And with enough money left over to buy some freighters. A freighter. So your trade companies gain experience, and as they gain levels, they produce more resources. So that's part of why you're seeing these numbers just continue to rise, even though we're not actually gaining new systems or anything for them to trade to. And the buying the freighters, I think, increases the rate at which they gain XP, in addition to providing a multiplier on the actual outputs. It's a small multiplier, but it's there. Over time, it counts a lot. Oh, the outpost on Kuma disappeared. Was probably starved out. It seems like there's a lot of war going on. Actually, a lot of people don't like each other. We're managing to remain safe from most of it. Although, who knows how long that'll remain the case. Some of these empires really like us. Sorry. Other darker pleasures? What we're having here is a real tree and human problem, as they say. Please stop touching that. It's my root. Alright, yeah, we'll just, we got our ships on auto explore. Where are we at here? 2 turns until that. That is settled. Okay. We're doing alright. Andromeda, do you have all of the important dust stuff? Not all of it. But I think it is time to start re-specializing after we finish these things. Oh, Menace is also doing stuff. Build that. And then I guess it is time to start building trade route stuff. Like, the trade routes here are not even particularly valuable. I wish we could have more trading companies. We need to expand our trading companies. Is there something I can research that will do that? Because it sure would be nice to have more. No, I think we may have capped here. You know, there are definitely times when you can have more trading companies than this, but if you can, it shows them down here and says, like, you know, improve your existing trading companies to earn more. Is the fact that we can only have 3 headquarters an element of our number of systems or of our government type, or like, where is this coming from? There are clearly some things about the systems I'm still working on, you know, still figuring out. Well, in any case, let's buy more freighters. So we're getting close to the end of the episode here. In fact, like right up on the end of the episode. Where are we at now? We are now at 440,000 dust. We're doing a lot better, and I suspect the Lumeris are also doing a lot better. I wish it was easier to see what our individual contributions were. Like on this screen, if you're in an alliance, if it said like, your alliance has generated 440,000, and then in parentheses after that it was like, this much from you and this much from them. If I'd been paying more attention, we could be ballparking it, but I haven't been. Our alliance is actually ranked first on every victory type, so that's cool. We've researched one of the 6 required technologies of the Endless. I imagine there's a multiple-way tie for first, because every alliance controls 2 major home systems, and then the Cravers are out there all on their own. But yeah, this is going well. Let's go a couple more turns here. I want to finish this, finish Dinark University on Chang and see what effect that has. Finish off Xeno NLP. Yeah, plus 10% dust and the ability to just put every system into dust production mode will definitely let us push through here. Oh, I do want to finish this as well. Okay, Rassam. So we don't need any more approval. We could use a little bit more influence. We could use a little bit more science. But yeah, we're coming up on the point of rebalancing our empire toward dust in almost every way. So, what is this? Oh. Green, put an outpost down. Like I said, I think we can just take this, as long as they haven't completed a colony. Let's find out. Cravers are close to a conquest victory. So, I mean, that just means that they hit the first milestone. They're probably pretty far out still, but it does make me a little nervous. Pirates. You know, could you please clean up your backyard? It's affecting my profits. Huh. They must have canceled it, because it's definitely not Singularity now.
No, we aren't to be trusted.
Life is full of unexpected events and questions.
Yeah, see, like, stuff like this. They put down a Singularity, told us they were being sneaky, and then immediately canceled it? I don't know, weird. Anyway, let's see if we can claim Kuma. Unfortunately, a pretty low population system. Well, we can fix this to some degree. Do a little terraforming, and that'll help, but... yeah, this is bad. Oh well, it's a place for us to stash a little bit more population. So, we have here a hot, sterile world. Who wants to come live on the hot, sterile world? I might just shove some... I guess... I was going to say I might just shove some Unfallen over there to make room for more Pulsos. But maybe it would be best to send one of our sterile-loving populations over there. Like, we could get a couple of Harishams in there or something. Yeah, let's do that. Let's send 2 units of Harisham population to Kuma. Okay, and we'll get some more here. Alright, you have access to the top level of your talents, but unfortunately... not really anything fantastic here. I guess we could take this. So it'll improve the health regeneration ratio of all of our fleets because Lunabarxis is in the Senate. So that could have an effect. I don't know that it will, but it could. And then we can go back and vine up this world, like we were trying to before. Again, just for redundancy's sake. Alright, Chang has completed Denark University, and I do believe... Pop that out. Oh wow, we don't have almost any science stuff here. Yeah, we're going to want to do some terraforming, we're going to want to do some rebalancing of our stuff. So unfortunately, we're not seeing the values I was hoping to see because the Lumeris are allowing a blockade to occur in the middle of their empire, right as I finished my cool building. We could have tried to take Galter from the Lumeris. I don't know. I don't know that it's worth it. Like, if one of us is going to be producing on it, I kind of would rather it be the one who's cheating. You know what I mean? Like... because they're a high-level AI, they have bonuses and stuff, they might make better use of the system than we will. Let's plow a little bit more money into our fleets here, because why not? Okay, and I think that is where we're going to call it for today. We are at plus 19k, so hold on. Wow. Wait a second, how many turns have passed since I last looked at this? It might be the case that the Lumeris are putting out, like, really a huge amount of money. Anyway, the rate of our acceleration here leads me to believe that we're getting pretty close. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Come back next time. We might actually be able to wrap this next episode. As long as I do a good job of optimization and the Lumeris don't finally follow through on their threats. Or I can't even tell if they're threatening us, man. You know, it's a real tree and fish thing. Anyway, we'll see you then.